Hi, my name is Hi, it's Wendy Chapman here. I wanted to pop on here and tell you guys about a few things that have been on my mind lately. I feel like a lot of things in life are out there right now, and we're talking a lot about antioxidants and free radicals. So I kind of wanted to give a little quick lesson on what they are, and maybe you know what they are, maybe you don't know what they are, and maybe you're wondering, and so you can find out today. So we have free radicals, right, that are everywhere. They're in the food that we eat. They are in the air that we breathe, inside, outside. They're on the products that we put on our skin. They're happening within our own bodies, right? We have cell die-off, and those cells that die off are suddenly free radicals, and we have little cells that go through our bodies and actually eat them up. However, with everything in our world today, we have a lot of inundation going into our bodies with free radicals. And so sometimes our bodies get overwhelmed and we have more bad than we do have good. And our good here that we would want to talk about would be antioxidants, right? If you ever heard your mom talking about when you were growing up to eat your veggies, well, she was right. Um, all veggies and fruits have something called an ORAC value. Okay, ORAC stands for, it's ORAC. It stands for oxygen radical absorbance capacity. Okay, that's the ability, the power that a veggie or a fruit has to knock out a free radical. Okay, so the darker the veggie, the darker the fruit, the higher the value, right? Still, it's great to get the lower color ones as well because you're still getting the fiber in, and we need that fiber to move through our intestines and whatnot to pull junk out. It's kind of like a broom sweeping up. Even though you might have a really clean kitchen, you still want to sweep the floor here and there, right? And sometimes you want to mop it too, just keeping it all clean. So that's what fiber does in us, right? So going back to the free radicals and antioxidants. So antioxidants are a really good thing to have in our body, and we can take them in all sorts of ways. You can have it in through fruits, you can have it in veggies, you can take it in supplement form. Maybe you're not getting enough in your diet, so you can take in supplements. You can drink herbal teas. You can do all sorts of things to get those antioxidants in. And we have a new product that I wanted to point out to you guys from Young Living, and it's called Phyto Nutrition. Okay. And I'm going to come back to that in 1 second, but I'm going to talk about everything that's within it first. Okay. So in this new supplement, there is black cumin seed oil, also known as black seed oil. Many of you may have heard of that. You also have frankincense that is in there. And we also have orange oil, and cacao. Okay. All of these things together are phenomenal antioxidants. Okay. All of them together, putting them together, powerhouse, right? Super duper awesome. So black seed, starting off from our original ones here, black seed, you guys, black seed goes way back. None of these are new, by the way. Everybody always makes it sound like these are new, awesome supplements. They're not, they're really old. King Tut, and King Tut's, what do you call that? His coffin, his whatever that's called, the pyramid thing, right? They found black seed, okay, because it's an amazing thing. It's an amazing, so it's from black cumin, okay, it's black cumin seed. It's pressed out, the oil's pressed out of it. It's amazing. It can work for anything. If you could put in it's everything, okay? Black seed is, it reduces oxidative stress. So anything oxidized. Okay, let's go really fast. Science talk. Okay, a free radical's goal is to get an electron, one electron. Okay, and it has to get that electron from a healthy cell. A healthy cell is happy just sitting there all by itself. Think of a kid with a cookie and then a kid without a cookie, right? And that kid without a cookie wants that cookie. Okay, so he's going to go over there and he's just going to take it from that kid. And what is that kid who just lost their cookie going to do? They're going to cry and they're going to be unhappy. Just like an antioxidant, or excuse me, that just like a free radical would behave when it's stealing an electron. Okay, when it steals an electron from a healthy cell, that healthy cell suddenly is not healthy. It doesn't really die off. It just comes back aggravated, irritated, and ticked off because someone just stole its cookie or its electron. You follow me? So, and think about it as free radicals work. they work. Think about if you ever get a sore throat or like an earache, and you think about how that pain will radiate outwards, right? Um, it's the same way a free radical works because cells aren't moving; they're stuck within us, right? But if I steal the electron from the one to the right of me, they're going to steal the one to the right of them. Does that make sense? And it spreads out, right? So we need to have antioxidants that come in, and antioxidants give out free electrons. Okay, kind of like going to Vegas and going to a car dealer and they're handing out free electrons. And so they're going to hand those out to those free radicals. And when they do that, it makes them inoperable. So it has to do the walk of shame, walking away, because it can no longer do any damage. In fact, if you take in enough antioxidants, and you can actually reverse the damage of those free radicals that it's done. So it's amazing. Do your own research. I am not a doctor, except to my family members. But okay, I'm telling you, there's some good stuff here. Okay. So I'm telling you, black cumin, you could fill it in anything. It's anti-everything. Okay. This stuff is amazing. Okay. So it's helps with inflammation. It helps with healthy cell health. Every cell. Okay. Some things are regulated just to help. Oh, maybe I'm going to help in the eyes, or maybe I'm going to help in the skin, or maybe I can only help here, or maybe I can only not cross the blood-brain barrier. Black seed, everybody's help. Okay. So you cannot take too much of this stuff. It's amazing. Okay. So it helps support immunity. Okay. It helps digestive health. It helps your liver health. It's kidney support, lung support, brain support, reproductive support. You guys get the point. It's from head to toe support. Okay. It's phenomenal. Okay. And then inside this supplement too is Frank squared. If you guys haven't heard what Frank is. So frankincense normally is a resin that comes out of a tree, right? Gary Young was actually the one who learned that you have to tap a tree that they cut into the tree, right? And they actually let that sap ooze out for over 21 hours. Because here's the deal, within a plant, okay, you have essential oils that are going to heal that plant. That's what they're there for. That's what God put them there for, okay? So if a tree, a frankincense tree is hit and it's broke open, it's going to ooze out this resin, and that resin's goal is to heal that which was broken, okay? And so he learned that if he let that resin flow for over 20, I think it's over 21 hours, it actually releases something called boswellic acid, okay? Boswellic acid is that go-to bougie thing everybody wants to do to their faces, right? Because it gets rid of wrinkles and things like that, aging signs of aging, right? But normally when they distill frankincense, that boswellic acid doesn't come out because it's a really big molecule, okay? So normal steam distillation is able to pick up some of the frankincense molecules, but not these big, fat, heavy ones, okay? They're left in the aftermath, okay? The debris that they used, right? So the leftover resin. But Gary Young knew, man, there's a wealth of goodness within this. And so he started some research that they were trying to figure out, how can we go back into that resin and pull out all that molecular material that's still there, those big heavy molecules. We got to be able to figure it out. And so they actually turned around and utilized frankincense oil, putting it into the leftover resin. And that frankincense oil is actually able to go in and it can pull out those heavier molecules, hence the boswellic acid, okay? And so that's Frank squared, okay? So you not only have the frankincense benefits of the essential oil, but now you have the benefits of the boswellic acid as well, which is super duper huge. You guys, this is like cutting edge stuff. It's amazing. So I'm just going to take you into a few things that frankincense does, okay? Because I'm not a doctor. I told you guys that, right? So frankincense is an immunostimulant. That means it's going to go into your body and it's going to say, okay, where do we need our army within here? Okay, where is the immune system knocked down? Where is it weak? Where do we need to build it up? Where do we need to set people right around your fences, if you will? Or maybe they need to set an army out to attack, okay? That's an immunostimulant. It's fantastic, okay? You also have, it's an anti-inflammatory. It helps with infections all sorts of stuff. Okay, I'm telling you guys, this stuff is amazing. Okay, frankincense is the go-to. And I want you to take away the key term is anti-inflammatory, okay? Because inflammation is where something is not doing well, okay? That's your body's #1 flag to say, whoop, we got a problem here, okay? It doesn't say specifically what the problem is, but it's just immunity, or excuse me, inflammatory. And it's saying we need help, okay? Frankincense goes to help that flag when it goes up saying I need some help, okay? Okay, now let's talk about orange. And orange is in there. So orange is in there in the sense that it's in there with this, it's a DeepSpectra oil too, and it's orange and cacao, okay? So they actually use the orange oil to pull out bigger molecules out of cacao, okay? Cacao is like chocolate, which everybody loves, I know, but chocolate has been heated. And so since it's been heated, it's no longer that raw goodness. It's still got some good benefits, but it's not like from the earth, nature intended, this is awesome, okay? So cacao is going to be the raw form of the chocolate that we all know. And it has so many amazing things. Okay, so it's a bitter alkaloid. Okay, it goes into your body. It has something called a constituent in there called theobromide. And theobromide is not only an antioxidant, but it goes in there. It's a vasodilator. Do you guys know what those are? Vasodilators go into your veins, right, that are carrying your blood everywhere, and it relaxes them. It makes them nice and relaxed. Okay. People who have really stressed lives and things like that have veins that are really tight, okay? And which can be a problem if you have blood flowing through there and anything's caught in there, they're going to get stuck in there, okay? So you want to have a vasodilator because it opens up those veins and blood flows more freely. So it's always a good thing, right? It's also, I told you guys it's an antioxidant. It has an antioxidant called flavonoids, and flavonoids are phenomenal antioxidants, the more you want to get into your body. So as I was saying to you guys at the beginning, there's so many different antioxidants. There's a gazillion of them. So you want to have those in you. Okay. And then orange. Oh my goodness, it's a citrus, right? Citrus oils are amazing. It has limonene as one of its constituents, and it's a fantastic antioxidant as well. So all that to say about this, you guys, this is an amazing supplement to have, to take daily and to boost your immune system, right? Boost your body's ability to fight off inflammation. This is the way to go. I love it. Do you guys have any testimonies to this one? I love taking it every day. I just throw it under my tongue. I don't even bother with the capsule.
Sure, I'll share. So I started taking it last month when we got it, and I also put it under my tongue. And what I experienced is when I got home, um, like a month ago, my husband got sick and my son got sick, and I never got sick. Um, and so I have to contribute, assume that that contributed to me staying well in some capacity. But yeah, no, I've been taking it, and uh, Wendy, the information you shared was so good. And like I had heard all of those things and knew most of those things, but you explained them so well that it just really reinforced like why I need to take this every single day. So thank you for that.
I was going to say the same thing. Like, I want to just hang out with Wendy all the time and be like, please teach me in the way that you just taught us, because it sticks in my brain. I don't have that scientific brain. So when you talk about kids taking each other's cookies, I totally get it. I have been taking black seed oil for about a year and a half. I have an inflammatory autoimmune disease. And so I had been learning a lot about black seed oil, but I have to tell you, once I started taking this new phytonutrition, I noticed a difference. And I'm taking less black seed oil now with that than I was in a supplement form that was an organic, highly rated one. But I noticed a difference because of that Frank and the orange cacao that are in there. I was on a call from Young Living and I found out that the mixture in the bottle of this is it's 75% black seed oil and then 12.5% of the Frank Frank, and 12.5% of the orange cacao deep spectras. So combined, it is like a powerhouse. And I have noticed an immediate difference. I also take it under my tongue. I don't do it with a capsule, but I have found it a little more palatable for my own tastes. I keep it in the refrigerator. It just works better there for me. It doesn't say you have to refrigerate it, but it's a little easier for me to take it when I put it under my tongue. So thank you so much for teaching us so much about that. I loved it. Thank you, Wendy.
Thank you guys. That was awesome.